Live. Good evening, and nearly said morning. Hi everybody. Backstreet Boys classic. If you don't know it, you should. Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Kate Carney, as the screen suggests. And we are live on. We're a bit early. Sorry, everybody. A few minutes early. Very enthusiastic. Really thirsty. Glug the first one. Sip the second. Desperate to have a gin and tonic. So good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm excited. Streaming on all the Sip and Share pages as usual, and on Withers Gin. It's posh. They're posh over there. Posh page. They've let us in for the second time in a week. I know. So I tasted the gorgeous beast of a drink last week. It's not a beast at all. Beast by I mean imposing. Like good. Hi, Suzanne. So now tonight, this evening, as soon as Sarah comes on screen, Sarah, she's not there. Don't panic. I'm not bringing you on just yet. She's panicking. You lot can't see her. She's like panicking. We've all got life to deal with, haven't we, folks? There's a lot going on. So good evening. So we are here to chat with, what brings us here together today is this beautiful bottle of G1 Withers Gin. Hi, Louisa. And having a chat with the lovely Sarah Withers. Guess which gin she's from? Withers Gin. If you feel I'm heavily branded this evening, you haven't seen my nails yet, folks. I've gone all orange. I'm just feeling it. Hi, Tina. Okay, tonight we are also announcing the winner of the competition. So let's bring Sarah on. Evening. Hi, Karen. Can't do this without her, can I? Can't learn about Withers Gin. We can't have a chat without another person. So let's hear she is, another human. Ready? There she is.
Hi.
Hi, lovely.
How are you doing?
Oh, we're all right, aren't we? We're all right.
I'm loving the orange nails.
Orange. I feel as a 36-year-old woman, I shouldn't own a nail varnish that colour, but I do. It's like
brilliant.
An early 2000s neon vibe to it. Have you poured a gin and tonic already?
Yeah, I made it. I feel right. Oh, there we are. I feel like I've slid under the line at the very last minute, having dealt with the world and life and mum stuff and preparing for wedding stuff, and I got up at 5:15, so I'm sorry if I don't look glossy. And there isn't a button on this platform like on Zoom that makes you look like you've been awake for 10 minutes.
Apologies. Let me see if I've got any settings. Oh no, I don't want to do current settings. I haven't got anything that makes us look more attractive than we are, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go with our normal human faces. Right. So we've been running the competition, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
To win a bottle of your good stuff. What have you got in your gin, by the way? What tonic? Tell everyone what have you got.
I have Fever Tree Light, and I have like a squiggle of grapefruit, which is very hastily thrown together. It's normally a bit squigglier. And ice and gin. Rather a lot of it because it is 7 o'clock.
Best day of the week, a Wednesday for me. Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm winning at life. I'll just free pour. All right, let me pour.
I also poured another shot just in case you wanted to drink it neat. So yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But you wanted to obviously taste.
Poured a shot. I feel like I don't know whether it's appropriate for us to neck it like a shot. Like...
Well, I wasn't planning on necking. I was thinking of sipping it delicately, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. With my neon nails, shotting gin on camera. I mean, that's a whole new angle that we. Okay, so before we get into it, let's do the competition winner. Let's see who won. I know. And the winner was on your feed. They commented on your Facebook feed.
Oh, really?
They entered 3 times. They only did 3 comments. They tagged 3 people in. They tagged a lady called Cheryl Foote, Dave Kerwin, and Emma Hannum. And so the winner is somebody called Jill Cook.
Oh, lovely.
That was comment number 633. So between Facebook, and we had 2,174 or something like that entries. So let me just comment. Jill Cook, you are the winner.
Oh, that'd be nice. We'll get that out to her tomorrow.
You know what? Somebody, wow, that's kind of very efficient. You've got a lot going on. Are you sure? You've got a wedding to.
Yeah, no, you know, I'm nearly there now. What you got to do is throw a few things in a suitcase. I mean, deciding on the outfit the day before you go is probably a bit late, but
some could say last minute. But Jim gets us through it. Anyway, so well done, Jill. Congratulations, Jill Cook, you are the winner. Cheers, Sarah. Cheers. Cheers.
Mm.
I'm plugging it. I really wanted one. Right. So, who are you? What's going on? What's this big posh award that you've won? Tell us who you are and how long. When was Withers Gin born? Into the world.
Well, it's been going on for some time. I set up a company without any really idea what I was going to do. I just knew I wanted to do something to do with gin back in October 16. And I've loved gin forever, so it's no real surprise that I ended up actually making gin. But I did make some really awful glasses at one point. Well, I say they're awful. Well, there's 900 of them in the garage. My husband's not very happy about it. But I made glasses based on the heartsease flower, and they look a bit like bottoms, because it doesn't translate very well in one single flower. But anyway, that's another story. This was always designed to be something to raise money for cancer charities. And I've had a passion for gin for a long time. So I started out much like you, talking about gins and tasting lots of gins. And I found my niche really on Instagram. So I own a lot of gin. And I thought I'd have a go, and I wanted to do something to raise money for charity. As I said, the glasses didn't go terribly well. There are still rather a lot of them, and so I then turned my hand to making gin, and I wanted to use something that was really personal to me. And back when I was 45 years ago, before all of this gin concept had come about, I had a really nice meal in a restaurant. Brian, my husband, had curated it. We went out with family, and we had this beautiful meal, including a Pimm's jelly with it was lovely, and it was curated especially for me. And the final course was a chocolate mousse, and my mum used to make chocolate mousse many years ago, and there was a heartsease flower on it, and it looked really pretty. And it evoked a memory between me, my dad, and my sister of my late mum. And I just thought, it reminded me of the flower. I mean, she used to paint them. And the picture on the bottle, hang on, I'm backwards and forwards. The picture on the bottle here, my mum painted, I mean, obviously in colour, and we had it translated onto the bottle. But she used to paint wildflowers loads when I was little, and it just reminded me. And I tasted it with this chocolate mousse, and I was reminded that it was citrusy and peppery and just really perfect for a gin. So that was my starting point. So I did loads and loads of research on botanicals and came to a short list, and then went and had a go, and it went really well, and that's where we are now.
So we're eating a beautiful meal. First of all, can I compliment you on the way that 3 times you've said it was curated for you? I absolutely love that. Curated. Is Brian a curator of meals?
Yes.
Actually,
it involved steak as well. That was really good.
Oh, nice. So will we drink and enjoy this? And we see at the end of the meal, we see a lovely chocolate mousse with heart on it. Little cry for the memory. Had you had enough drink to have a little cry when you were eating the flower?
It was when you look at somebody and you just know, and you're in the moment, and that was really nice. It was my we'd had chocolate mousse. My mum used to put tangerine jelly in it, actually. So it was a really, really deep chocolate mousse. She was of French origin, and it was brilliant, and it just hit the spot. It was really quite nice. So that stuck in my mind, and when we came to decide on a botanical, that was obviously going to be the one.
So what's the you've said it already, and I know that you referenced it on your website, and it was something that I love to hear, the cancer charity link, so that you giving a percentage of the profit to cancer. that all
Yeah,
about?
10% of the profits for anything we do with as gin, straight off our bottom line will go to cancer charities. That's in memory of my dad, who had pancreatic cancer. And roughly about the same time, actually, as I set up the business, he was diagnosed, and he finally succumbed to it in May 2018. But thankfully, he got to try the gin first, and he was there on the whole journey.
That's nice.
And he gave it his blessing. And he's really the reason that I started drinking gin in the first place. He was very early to Bombay Sapphire, and always had, he always had loads of exciting things. He had a passion for gin and a passion for whiskey. I never really got the whiskey thing. I don't like it. But I really got the gin thing. And he was in the RAF, so we spent a lot of time at functions when I was younger. And gin's actually really useful to drink if you're pacing yourself and you want to intersperse a tonic and such like, and you want to still be respectable at the end of the night. It was quite good. So yes, I got a very early education into gin, and we were very very lucky to be able to try lots of different types as they became available. So I got even more into it.
So you remember, you have memories of your dad and drinking gin. Your dad drinking gin. Did he have a lot of gin? Was he a collector, or was it just a party thing?
He was very much, like I say, he was very much into early Bombay Sapphire. I think they launched in the late 90s, I want to say, or late 80s. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember we had it in the house because he travelled a bit. Yeah. And yes, he did have an extensive collection. He was somebody who measured. I measure with at least a shot glass, but if not, I'm pretty religious in a 50 ml measure. My dad was all about fingers. It was how many fingers.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
how many fingers was how much gin you got, and he had really, really, really broad glasses. So you were in for a treat when you had a gin and tonic with him. There wasn't much tonic, and there was quite a lot of gin.
Hopefully, a broad glass and very wide fingers. That's the only
absolutely.
time someone has quite fat fingers. They can do 1, 2, or 3 for you.
I'll be all right with that.
Yeah, there's no pianist here either. And when there's some Joe Elliott. Do you know Joe? As if I've stumbled.
Yes, I do. Yes. Oh, hello, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Look forward to trying it, Joe. There's a discount code, 15% off tonic. Not that you need it, because it's worth buying at full price anyway. But go and have a look, Joe. She's done a good job. Joe. It's gone really well.
I worked with Joe for years at Toys R Us. I used to work at Toys R Us, so I know Joe very well.
Drink it. Joe, do you drink gin? If you don't, you will do.
Certainly.
I think you work at Toys R Us, like you should. So, joking aside, I've just gone, it's pretty good. There's another organisation that have said, it's all right. It's not bad, this gin. What's going on? What have they been saying about you?
Well, we're very lucky. I very boldly entered G1 into a competition, into the IWSC, which is the International Wine and Spirit Competition. Yeah. Back, I think, on the 24th of February, not that it's ingrained in my mind. We sold our first bottle of gin on the 23rd of January. So it was quite a bold move to introduce it into the world of potentially being assessed. And we were declared to be in the top 8 gins in the world, and actually the top 3 London dry gins, and that was out of I think about 800 entries and about 90 countries, which it was quite a nice surprise.
So what was it that gave you that feeling, gave you the confidence to go, just go for it? Was your dad like that? Was your dad a go and get it, just give it a go sort of chap?
My dad was a fighter pilot, and he was pretty bold, and he had a very good career. He definitely went out and did some great stuff. I like to think I get it from him, but I having tasted loads of gins and having started from a point like yourself where you try a lot, I just knew it was good, and I thought it was good, and I trusted my palate, and tweaked it until I was comfortable with it, and then took a gamble on the big still, because you never know how things are going to come out there. But I was tasting all the way through, and I was really happy with what I was tasting, and really comfortable that everything would merge together. Because when you taste on the big still, you taste each botanical, it comes through individually, so it's a very peculiar thing. But yeah, it it worked, and yeah, couldn't be prouder.
So one of the top 8 gins in the world, and one of the top 3 London dry gins, and the others were Wessex. Was it Wessex?
Wessex and Monterey. They both. We don't know who the winner is yet. Actually, we're chatting. We've got a bit of a project going on, so the winner's not announced until October.
Oh, right. I realised that. So you're in the category, are you? You've just got the gold.
We're top of the category. So top of the London Dry category. The 3 of us. We all 3 scored 98 out of 100, and got some really great comments.
Say that again for me, please, because I did tests at school. I remember I got A's, did quite well. I don't think I ever got 98 out of 100. I mean, that's quite.
I've never got 98 out of 100 in anything. I'm really pleased that my skill is gin, but not my apparent skill, my perceived skill. But yeah, no, 98 out of 100, and we got gold outstanding. And nobody wrote read the question, so I'm really quite pleased.
Nobody said turn the sheet over to the other side.
Yeah, so it was quite a nice result.
So you sold your first bottle of gin in the January.
Yeah.
Obviously you were tasting it and enjoying it. Did you attract lots of new friends between the end of January and the end of February? Lots of people all of a sudden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my Facebook numbers have grown exponentially. yeah. No, it's a good business to be in. When you say, well, what do you do? Well, one of the things I do is I make gin. Oh, really?
When are you available for dinner?
It is a nice thing to do.
What about, where else is it? Because I think you said to me on the phone, is it the Savoy?
Yes, that was quite a big early coup. You needed. Yeah, that was a big early coup.
Screaming child. Give me half a second, everybody. Wait 1 second. All right. Must be bad. Husband's coming from the gardening.
I love it.
The Savoy.
Down all over again.
It's exactly. So, when did that happen?
The Savoy. It happened really early, actually. The head bartender at the Savoy, at the American bar specifically, I'd been in contact with quite early on. It's a bit of a story. I'm not even sure whether I should say.
Don't want to get in trouble. Kind of what.
Back in August last year, I hadn't had any conversations with anybody, but we'd known that we were going to launch a bit later on. It took us a bit longer than we planned because we had some bottle challenges in terms of volume. And so it wasn't a great time for us. And I just had a hip replacement. And I know. I had a hip replacement. So I was convalescing and sort of hobbling about a bit. And we had an initial prototype. And I'd shown it to a local business, a garden centre, who I thought would be really, really up for taking it on. And it was the first conversation I'd had. I was really naive, didn't understand how it worked.
Right.
Didn't realise that they'd overbought on premium gin, and so they weren't really at a point where they could do anything. And got put in contact with their distribution company, and basically I got a flat no, which I didn't expect, because I thought with the flour as a primary ingredient, I thought, I've got a good chance for the garden centre. Yeah, I was really surprised, and I didn't expect to get a knockback, and I was really emotional about it, first of all, and I was still on a few tramadol a day, so it was an emotional experience.
A limping, crying lady.
Yes, that sums me up beautifully.
I mean, I can picture it. Picture the scene.
Have you ever heard of the curve of change, where you sort of get through the crying stage and then you get to the angry stage? So I got to the angry stage. I was like, right, well, I'm either going to do this or I'm not. And I was genuinely not sure whether to go ahead at that stage. And I thought, right, well, if I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go big or go home. I remember thinking that to myself. I was at home on my own. There was nobody there. I had my laptop, and that was it. And I was due to pick my daughter up in an hour or two from school.
Oh yeah.
So I'm there tapping furiously, deciding, and I decided that the best thing to do was to find out who was the most influential person on gin in the whole world, because that was in that kind of mood.
I love it.
Probably a little hormonal, but I was in that kind of mood, and I yeah, that's what I did. So I googled who was the most influential person, and tapped away and found that Maxime Schultz had headed the world's best bar the previous 2 years, and I thought, well, that's a good place to start. And I messaged him on LinkedIn rather boldly, and he replied, and we got into conversation, and he got interested in what I was doing and why I was doing it, and the backstory. And obviously I let him know as soon as we'd distilled the gin, and he was desperate to try it. And actually I'd planned to go and see him at the beginning of February, on the 4th of February, and he was making some decisions on the menu at the Savoy, ready for March, and he made he asked me to get some gin to him, and then I got a phone. I got a message in the middle of the night. I forget when it was. I think it was about the 17th of January. In the middle of the night, 12:17. Saying it was delicious, and I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. Honestly, I just lay in bed going, Maxime Schultz thinks it's delicious, and I was starstruck, and he's been great. Actually, he's been really, really good, and I was really pleased. But yeah, I didn't think in a million years we were going to get that. And we've had such a good response from other businesses that we've been involved with. We had early buy-in from a Michelin star restaurant here. Michelin restaurant here, and many others. So we've had some really good feedback. But that was for me probably one of the best so far.
And if people don't know, I'm a business marketing consultant. So for you to go, and I need to get in my group, I need to get teaching people how to have the confidence and the ability to just go, let me just do my research and who's in the market, and then go after them and go and get it and have that conversation and build that relationship with them. Well done.
Thank you. It was a bit harder than that, because we had to then get listed by one of the hardest, toughest distribution companies in the I don't even like to say, but that was really, really tough. That was challenging, and there were a lot of conversations there. But yeah, it was good. It was good. We got there. So, and we've still got such a long way to go, because you don't just get into the distribution network in trying to get into it's tough. You have to have some confidence, for sure.
And it's pretty relentless. So what is next, other than you and I doing a cocktail together next?
Yeah, we're going to do that.
We're going to do it. Now, what I'm loving is that you're a cocktail queen. And what's the opposite of a queen? Like a pauper? Like I'm a cocktail pauper. Let's go with that. The olden times phrase. So we're doing that. When are we doing that, Sunday or next Sunday? What did we say?
Not this Sunday, following Sunday. Yeah. So we're going to have a play. You're definitely going to see a martini. So
right.
You need to put your gin in the freezer.
Oh God. Right. Okay. This is what I mean.
Some gin in the freezer, because it's much better if it's frozen.
Right, so all of this preparation we will share with everybody, because I know that lots of my gin ambassadors have got Withers gin, and a few people have messaged me to say, oh look, Withers gin's just arrived today. I've had some deliveries over the past week. So I'll put it on as an event. Your gin will be in the freezer, a bit of it, and we'll do some cocktail making. So other than cocktail making, what else is in the pipeline for Withers? Are we going to get a bubblegum flavour that's in the Savoy?
Sorry, are we what? I didn't catch that.
We're going to get a bubblegum? A Withers gin bubblegum?
No, you'll never get a bubblegum flavour from me. No, definitely not. We have though we've got other gins down the pipeline. The next one we're looking to do is very much associated with my dad, and will be called G-Force. That's a little way off. And there's a bit of a surprise on the bottle. But yeah, that's going to be the next one. But we just want to make sure that G1 lands and establishes properly before we start getting excited about something else. But there are plenty more to come. The development stages that we've had have been very successful, and we've come up with some good options. We can move, we can be nimble, and react. But G-Force is going to be a little bit stronger and a little bit special, so that'll be something for the future. But for now, it's G1.
You've got them all very excited now.
Oh, thanks, Lorna.
Teasing us. What a name indeed. So eyes out for Rachel. G-Force, brilliant. So eyes open for G-Force in the future. For now, we're selling online in Master of Malt. Are you doing that? Or
yeah, we've got Master of Malt. We're in the Whiskey Exchange and that side of things. We're online, as I say, within our own, and we're getting into more places every day. So we've had a really good reception to the gin, and people want to buy it. So that's lovely. And thank you to everybody who has bought it. I know a lot of your gin ambassadors have, for sure.
What a hardship. What a hardship to have to buy and drink a delicious gin. What a hard, difficult thing we have to do for the distillers and producers out there. So we're doing cocktails with this baby, so I better not drink. I don't think I'll drink all of that in a week. I reckon I'll be okay. Even though the kids are back at school and having house painted, there's a lot going on.
I hear you.
I know you do. I know you do. So we'll keep our eyes open. There is, let me just pop on here, 15% off with code TONIC. Where am I looking?
Yeah, TONIC in capital letters.
I got it. I remember.
And that will work however many bottles you want to get. So if you want to stock up for Christmas, you just get the one postage cost, and the 15% will carry on through.
I got that right. Withersgin.co.uk.
Yeah, that's correct.
So buy in multi-packs.
Yeah, it's Christmas soon, isn't it? I've bought my first Christmas present.
I think another bottle maybe bought. Do it, Carol. Karen's a gin ambassador. Do it, Karen. Do it. You bought your first Christmas present. You know what? We won't go there. We won't get dragged into this new word just yet. Right. I will let you go and crack on with your life, because you've got a lot going on. We've got a wedding to prepare for. I will check that my child's foot is okay. And we will say goodbye to everybody who was watching us. So thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
A name, pop it on screen so we can remember. Jill Cook, there you are. So Jill Cook, I will send you a message. Please try and DM us as well. We will get that.
If you get that detail tonight, send it through to me and I'll sort it tomorrow.
I will. All right, lovely. Sarah, you stay there. Goodbye, everybody. We will see you all on Friday for the stock tasting. See you later, everybody. Bye.